Happening, wisdom warriors of light, back at it for another video. How y'all doing, man? Happy Friday. Who's ready for the second installment, episode 2 of Deep Dive with Wisdom? Hope you enjoyed the first episode, the first installment last week. And now we're doing episode 2. So if you haven't caught up, catch up. We're only on episode 2. Yeah, we're about to deep dive with wisdom. Um, I don't really know fully where we're going to go with this video yet. I had some things that have been coming up, and interestingly enough. But one more thing, thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the existing subscribers. Thank you for the comments, the shares, the likes. You guys are helping to grow this beautiful community of like-minded individuals, so we can be in a place where we can meet one another, we can connect, we can maybe travel around the world and meet one another and just build a tribe, build a beautiful community, build together this beautiful new earth that we're all creating. And I know I've talked a lot about the Walk for the World, but it has made a tremendous impact on me. Even though I went yesterday and went by myself, just joining a couple of these Telegram groups, and just chatting up with some people that have gone to his Joe Dispenza's retreats. And interestingly enough, my dear friend, who I've been practicing the Akashic Records with weekly, has been to a few of his events. And she's been kind of nudging me to essentially, well, sign up for the Walk for the World, which I did. But kind of a reminder. And along with other things that she's been doing, which has kind of been made an impact on me. And you know I want to actually talk a little bit about an experience that I had, which was very interesting to say the least, where I felt very non-expansive. That's the word I want to use. My soul didn't feel expanded, and I'm starting to realize, in also watching a video I saw on YouTube of this girl that was speaking about the new, I guess, terms of YouTube, of the fact that you can't speak about health related things unless they're like scientific or from the medical field. And I have a lot of a lot of an opinion on that topic, but I'm not going to fully express that here. And it's kind of why I feel like that I've been creating this other platform. But in doing that, also, I'm starting to realize that I need to speak out. I need to, like, I don't know, in certain situations, like with YouTube, I feel very restricted. I feel very boxed in, because you have to, if you want the channel to grow and people to find you, you have to like do keyword searches and find, stuff that people want, like are like what the algorithm, like you have to go along with the algorithm and blah blah blah, and like to get yourself out there, and for people to find you, and when there is tons of people out there waiting to find you, but there feels like a sense of restriction. And I had this card from the light language class, from Jamie's deck that she channeled from Arion. And it's the whole light language cosmic oracle deck. That's not the exact name of the deck. I don't have it in front of me. I don't know exactly the full name, but I got a interesting card which I wrote light language about because I felt called to do that this morning. And interestingly enough, the title of the card was sexual dysfunction. And lo and behold, I read what it was channeled for that card, and the things that were coming through when I was writing the light language had a lot to do with communication and connection. And something that I've now, mind you, I know you'll hear sexual dysfunction and you'll think of like somebody not being able to perform, or just having, but we have to look at the root cause. And again, this goes back to health, and I don't want to get into that, of if you are experiencing things like that. I really have to be very discerning of what I speak about and how I speak about it, because again, I'm not a doctor and I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you need to do, but the connection that I was getting when I was writing light language about this topic of sexual dysfunction had a lot to do with communication. And interestingly enough, if you really, really think about it, the act of sex has a lot to do with communication. And, when you are not being true to yourself, when you're not being fully authentic, how do you think that act will go down? It's going to inhibit you functioning in a certain way. And I don't even mean physically, I mean emotionally too. I mean, when you have those acts, well, first of all, we've downplayed it so much, and we've hypersexualized that industry and that act that has essentially made people shameful of the act and performing and just being intimate with someone else, and it's very, very interesting that, like I said, as I looked at it and saw the different writings, how went like almost like they showed also like a heart that was broken in half. And it's almost like it's when you are not being your authentic self, when you're not being true to yourself, like how can you like be in such an intimate act, which requires you to take off every mask you can possibly take off during that act, and really be emotional. But again, with one night stands and the way the dating apps are and the dating scene and where we're currently at, so many people have been hurt and harmed, and sexual trauma and abuse and so many different things which have caused us to suppress those aspects of ourselves, and the lack of self-esteem and confidence, and and to our body image. And there's so much surrounding that, and it requires for you to deeply connect in such an intimate way. It requires such a breakdown of every wall and being completely vulnerable and letting go of everything, and to essentially, be a part of something like that, versus like, oh yeah, I'm drunk and I just meet someone in a bar and it's a one-off and it's a one-night stand and quick, done, one and done, and that's the end of it. And like then you go your separate ways, and and it's or a baby happens by accident. It requires a lot to let go of every mask and to be authentically and completely vulnerable in those situations. And so yeah, it was very, very eye-opening for me. And it made me realize where we're at as a whole. And I feel like it's coming down. Those masks are coming down. The veil is coming down. We're stepping into who we truly are. We're stepping to our authentic selves. We're we're being who we truly are meant to be. All these situations in the external are forcing us to come home to ourselves, to realize who we are, what we want, what we don't want, what we're willing to tolerate, putting up boundaries, setting boundaries, doing all of those things to then create this beautiful new earth that we're all creating together, that we're co-creating with the universe. So, yeah, man, I hope you enjoyed this second episode of Deep Diving with Wisdom. I feel like it's an extremely powerful message, and I feel like we all need to look at ourselves, look within. Are we showing up authentically, even in intimate moments, in sexual acts, in those moments of a lot of vulnerability and intimacy? Because that is really the true test. Not to get boozed up and, and just, suppress all of it and it's just a one-off and, just to get off and, type of thing, but to really, really discover yourself, discover the other person that you're being intimate with, to connect on that deep level. There's nothing like it in the world. And the more and more we can do that, the more we're changing the world. The more we're changing the more we change ourselves within, the more we're changing the world. The more we heal ourselves, the more we're healing the world. And so everything that you do within yourself, all the work that you're doing within yourself, you're changing the world. Right? If you're feeding yourself healthy foods, you're feeding the world healthy foods. It's a mirror. It's a reflection of within you. So like I said, as you change the world. As you heal the world. Right? That's more or less what I kind of wanted to go into deep diving with wisdom, because the more we go within and the more we look at the different things that we're doing in life, like the sexual act, and it's very sacred, but yet we've made it this joke, this cosmic joke, like, oh yeah, I'm going to just hook up with this woman and then have sex with her and then ghost her, and then I'm going to jump on to the next one. And it's like sexual energy is so powerful. There is nothing like it. You can create worlds with it, and you have to be very, very discerning of who you give your sexual energy to, who you connect with, because again, I've talked about this on previous videos. You're connecting cords, energetic cords, with other people, especially when you're intimate with them. It's way different if it's just a friend. You're still having an energetic cord connected to you, but it's not the same as if you dropped all your walls and were completely open, vulnerable, and intimate with this individual. There is a deep level of connection happening on an energetic level. So you have to be very careful as to who you are intimate with, who you share that energy with, who you, connect with on that level, but more importantly and moreover, the more I can say this, the more you change, the more you stop people pleasing, the more you set boundaries, the more you create boundaries, the more you do all these difficult things that are not easy to do when you've been doing it your entire life. The more you're changing the world, the more you're changing the collective, the more you are healing the planet. The more we are moving into this new beautiful earth, this golden age. I promise you, man, you doing this hard work, you doing these things that you are so uncomfortable to do, you showing up authentically, you healing the trauma within you, is healing the trauma within the collective, is creating this new earth, is creating this new beautiful place for us all to live in harmony and peace and united as one, like we all are. So keep doing the work, man. Just remember, when you heal the world. When you change the world. Remember that. Okay? It's so like downplayed, but yet it's so powerful, and I'm almost getting chills as I say it. When you heal the world. When you change the world. So just know that everything that you're doing is not going in vain. It is massive changes are happening on this earth, in the galaxy, in the universe. The universe is proud of each and every one of us. I love you all, man. If you haven't already, please subscribe, share, comment, and like. Let me know in the comments if you like this new series, Deep Diving with Wisdom. I would love to hear your story of change and how you're changing within so that you could change the world, how you're healing within so you can heal the world. People will learn from what you post and what you comment about. So please share. And I love you all, man. Again, thank you to all of the subscribers. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for joining us on Deep Diving with Wisdom. This is the second episode. I will see you soon in the next one. Take care of yourselves and each other from my heart to yours. I will see you in the next one. See you soon. Let's go, Wisdom Warriors of Light. We got this.